All right, guys, after a day of rain delay, the sun is back out and we are back on the foundation job. All right, guys, a couple things to get you caught up with speed with this morning. We have got, I think I mentioned it a few times, we've got like 220 feet of stem wall, and a stem wall is basically going to be a footer and 2 courses of ICF block. I think you've seen us do a foundation crawl space like that. There is a master bedroom suite here, there's a garage here, then there's a porch out front. So the goal for today is to get those footers dug and ready to pour. Now, if you guys remember from the previous videos, we had a little bit of concern about the compaction and the quality of this dirt, and I mentioned that the GC on this is actually technically a dirt engineer. I don't know what the technical name for him is, but a dirt engineer. So I got him out here last night. I wanted to get his opinion on this and consult with him before we went any farther. And he agreed with my recommendation that we need to go with a wider footer, a 3-foot wide footer, and step up our rebar game in that footing, just to ensure we kind of got the ground is solid, but it's not tight, is the best way I know to describe it. It's compacted, but it's still got some sponginess to it. So we're gonna go with the 3-foot wide footer. That's what Kleeman's fighting down there, is that we're actually gonna put 5/8 rebar in it instead of 1/2 inch rebar, and probably do an extra run of it. So first things first, we got to get this laid off and ready to mark out this morning. And just like the basement, it's got a bunch of corners. These stem walls, I think, have 7 corners in them. So we got us some reference lines laid out. This long string here should give us a longitudinal line to square off of. It runs down the side of the house, and then it is square to this line here, which runs down the house the other way. So that should give us some good references to start laying off. So that's what we're gonna do this morning, is hopefully get these laid off and see what we got. Here comes Captain with the rebar. Hey, Captain.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for stopping by and helping.
Hey, man, it's been a pleasure.
You got one job, don't get stuck leaving.
Are you going to record it?
I'm going to record it.
That's fine.
All right, it's still a little sloppy around here, but let me give you a little tour. We got this all laid off here. So what we're standing in here now will actually be the crawl space for the master bedroom. So if you guys can see that line there, goes over to that stake. Where's it at? Right there. That comes down to this intersection here. This wall continues on through for the garage. That wall continues on over to that wall. You see the orange mark over there, and that is what divides the garage from the crawl space for the master bedroom. So this is all garage here. We come around front, and over here we got a little bit of a porch area. It comes down, it's got a little 2-foot offset jag in it for the front porch there to the house. Front door actually goes right there. On the back side, we do have one small little porch back there. But that's pretty much it. We're gonna get the machines lined up and fired up and start digging some footers and get these things ready to pour. Hoping it dries out a little bit around here so we can get a concrete truck in here, because otherwise this is gonna be ugly. See if old Captain can get turned around down there without getting stuck in the mud. Or taking out the trampoline for that matter. For his sake, I hope we don't get stuck. For our sake, I kind of hope he does. Oh, he's got her in there. He's committed. Oh, he's spinning. Is he gonna make it? Oh, he got her, as long as he don't take out the grill. That's how we need to fix lunch later. All right, he's out of here. Let's go dig some footers. All right, guys, we're kind of charging down through here. It's going pretty good. I'm definitely glad we went with this 3-foot wide footer and an extra run of rebar in this. Actually, the dirt that we compacted in here yesterday and filled seems to be pretty tight. Not too worried about it at all. It's actually the original grade. It seems to have a little bit of sponginess to it this morning, but nevertheless, a little bit extra money in concrete, a little bit extra money in rebar. Pretty cheap insurance policy on the footers. You definitely want to get started off on the right foot, if you know what I mean. So I'm gonna give a shout out to a guy this morning. If you guys believe it or not, digging footers is probably one of my least favorite things to do. I don't know why. I just do not enjoy digging footers. I never have. I don't think I ever will, but you never know, it may change. But if you guys enjoy watching footers be dug, there's a guy on YouTube. His name is Frank, and he's got a channel called Digging OK. He's out in Oklahoma. I've actually met Frank in person. I've watched a lot of Frank's videos, and he is hands down one of the best guys on YouTube when it comes to operating a backhoe and digging footers. It's amazing how nice and clean the job he can do on footers, man. And Frank's just an awesome guy. So if I can remember, I'll link Frank's channel down below in the description. But Frank's got an absolutely awesome YouTube channel. He pretty much does. He's got a little dozer and a couple other pieces of equipment, but he does probably 90% of his work with New Holland backhoe, and he is good on it. How we looking, Robbie? Touch low.
Good.
I went right there from the cut fill line and got me a little bit of a hole there, but she's not bad. She's not bad. But anyways, yeah. Go check out Frank's channel. Frank's channel is absolutely awesome, but we gotta get our footers dug, so we're gonna keep on trucking on here.
That's good.
Get that rock clean away from that wall.
I will.
All right, guys, we got this section here all dug and knocked out. It looks pretty good. Feeling pretty good about the dirt and the fill. Again, the fill is definitely better than the original, so that's always good. But I think we're gonna finish out in that corner. So what I'm gonna do now is jump down here to this end and work our way back that way. So that'll be our ending point. So let's do it. There's what she looks like after all the footers are dug. Turned out really nice. Sun's coming out, weather's warming up. Robbie's over there stripping for us.
What the world?
Never know what you're gonna see when you turn the camera on. So now what we gotta do is we gotta go through and get all these pins on grade. You guys have seen us do this before. That way we know what the proper elevation of our footer is gonna be. I went around and kind of pre-started them all. Robbie drives them down pretty close. Tappy tappy. Tappy tappy. Oop. That's right there. What we're listening for is that solid beat. Fast beat means he's too high. Slow beat means he's too low. So oops. Oh, that one's gonna be close. That one's gonna be close. Round the money. Round and round we go. As usual this time of year, the sun's going down and we are running out of time. We can't get concrete first thing in the morning anyways. We got about an hour's worth of work tomorrow. Need to finish getting our rebar cut and mark all of our grade pins and just kind of tidy up a few things. But we're going to roll out of here this evening and we'll be back tomorrow to pour some footers. All right, guys, it's officially pour day. It's a little bit chilly, but it is supposed to be another beautiful day. Robbie is getting all the rebar cut, getting it all staged and ready to go. I'm going to fire up these machines. We need to get this dirt cleaned up and out of here so we can get the trucks in here. And definitely a benefit to get the trucks in here. So let's see if everything kicks off this morning and get this party started.
Do it.
This old girl is cold-natured, but she always starts. She always starts. She's never let me down. It might be about time for a new battery in this thing. I think I've owned this machine for 5 going on 6 years, and I'm pretty sure I haven't put a battery in it, so the battery's probably at least 6 or 7 years old. Not for sure she's gonna make it through the winter, boys and girls. Not for sure she's gonna make it through the winter. I'm gonna get this pulled down out of the way and we'll hop to the skid steer and yeah, go to town on it. See if this old beauty here starts this morning. Oh yeah, she's got oil. up here a little bit before we push her. Pushing too hard this morning, but at least she's alive. That's the main thing. All right, well, that thing's warming up. Let me show you what my thought is here. If you guys remember when we poured the walls, we brought all the concrete trucks right in through here, and it pumped this ground real bad, and the pump truck ended up getting stuck right there. Ground conditions have not improved since then. Actually, they're considerably worse, because right after we poured, we got a pretty good size rain. Well, you guys remember that. We're trying to beat the rain. So what I want to do is I want to take this pile of gravel and scooch it over, and we can get a truck right around through here, because it'll give us a much better direct shot on some higher, harder ground into those footers over there, and decrease the chance we get a truck stuck. Notice I said decrease. So, let's move some rock. There you have it. Kind of got that pile pushed back. That concrete truck should have no issue getting through here. Got the mower moved, pushed the fire pit out of the way. So next thing on the list is we got to get these piles of dirt out of the way, so one, the truck can access the footer, and two, we're not tripping over them. So yeah, let's do it. I think we're gonna go that way with them. I don't know why I thought the skid steer should be my first choice for moving this dirt around. You guys know how I feel about skid steers and doing grade work. It worked good for pushing the rock up. Not worth the crap for this. So I went ahead and fired up the old dozer, and we're gonna finish it up with the dozer. What I'm trying to do is trying to get just the slightest little bench in here, pretty good little side lean. That way whenever that truck comes in, he's sitting in there halfway comfortable, trying to be nice to the truck driver, sitting in there halfway comfortable whenever he goes to pour off. We're not fighting it a whole lot, so I'm gonna fire the dozer up. Actually, I already did. It's been warming up, and yeah, we're gonna use it because, well, we all know I'm not a fan of a skid steer. I'm a much better dozer operator than I am skid steer operator. So. Alrighty, got us a little bit of a bench in there. Fingers crossed the truck makes it. Like your attitude this morning, Clean. I like your attitude this morning.
Thanks, man. It's right. Beautiful day.
That's probably one of the simplest, handiest things we ever started doing was marking those pins, isn't it?
I can't see you in that blind.
I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot.
Ooh, front screen on that thing?
Yeah, we're back to using the GoPro 9 this morning with a modified microphone.
That's a good setup.
About said speaker. Well, we'll see how she turns out, bud. The last few with the GoPro 9 have not been the best. You're doing good. You ever feel like somebody's just following you?
This is a, I'll show you this real fancy technique. What you do is you hold the can.
Uh-huh.
You see this?
Yeah.
Yep, you just push it.
There's been a lot of orange boots been painted that way.
5 years of college to learn that.
I'm glad you marked the one in the corners. I never would have guessed there would have been one there.
You can never have too many reference marks.
All right, so we're getting all of our pins marked. Robbie's got all of our rebar cut. He's going around with the shovel, cleaning up the last few crumbs that fell in. We're going to build a contraption real quick. That's what we're gonna do. Let's go build a contraption.
Hey, yeah, here. So if there's concrete here, you just go tappy, tappy, tappy. That's gonna hurt my back by the end of the day, you know?
Well, I'm not saying it's gonna work. I just said we'd try it. It's a rough prototype. It's a rough prototype.
It'll be fine.
Here's the thought process in this. I seen this done once on YouTube, so I figured it's gotta work, right? Last time we poured 3-foot wide footers, we ended up with a few more waves than I'd like to see. So we built this little contraption here where we can maybe just kind of tap the top of that and kind of help even it out a little bit. I don't know if it'll work or not.
Do you want a prediction? You don't want a prediction.
I want a prediction.
Well, I'm gonna say I use it for about 8 feet, which is the length of it, and then I decide I don't want to use it anymore.
You can't, it's not called a prediction if it's predetermined. Just saying.
That's true. I think it'll work great, Mike.
All right, I think we're
already have a conclusion to this.
I think we're ready for concrete, aren't we? We just need concrete.
Looks good to me.
Just need the concrete.
All right, guys, concrete truck rolled in. We're gonna let him pull up in here and kind of see how he's see how he feels. We may start here on this corner and go that way, kind of lighten him up a little bit going in. See how she works. We'll play her by ear and figure her out. If I distract him, you think you can get the lift axle off the frame of that truck for ours?
You seem to work.
It'd be perfect, man. It'd be the perfect lift axle. We gotta name the truck. We need a name for the truck.
Man, you're hitting me with all these things this morning. Listen,
I know, I'm blowing your mind, Anna.
all I can think of, I don't even know, man. I'm so
How about
sorry.
termite?
What? What'd you call it?
Termite.
Termite. Because it eats wood?
No, because it eats through the dirt.
I think
Or that'd be more of a mole.
It's more like a mole.
Don't judge me, Captain. Hey, we should probably go help Dave.
oh my God.
You're doing good, Captain. You get a video of my
You're doing a great job.
acrobatic
There's
skills
money
here.
sitting in that truck.
I'm going.
No, it's coming. It's actually coming out of the truck
Just
now.
in time.
Just a good job. Good job, bud.
Perfect timing.
You're doing good, bud. Oh, you're doing good, bud. How you feel right now?
I feel alive, man.
You feel, yeah. That's good. That's gonna
I
help.
don't know what the alternative feeling is, but I know what this feeling is.
It does work pretty good.
does work pretty good.
One more, Dave.
Go ahead and throw those in, Robbie.
Guys having a good day today? Hope you're having a good day today. We're having a good day. You having a good? Oh, he's replying to comments probably. We'll ask him later, but I'm sure he's having a good day.
All right, Captain, first truck down. It went pretty smooth. How was the invention?
I have to say, 4 out of 5 stars.
How's crow taste?
I've never had it. Never had it. Listen,
I think we were both pleasantly surprised by how well that might have worked. You're not gonna admit it, are you?
It's fine. It doesn't have cup holders, so.
All right, Dave's done. Stevie showed up. Here we go again. All right, guys, we got her poured out all the way around. Looks absolutely awesome. There's one section over here Kleeman couldn't get our floater tamp in, so he's hitting that with a mag float there a little bit just to kind of polish it off. A couple things I want to point out. I'm sure somebody's going to ask why we did not rebar the actual footer to the wall. We'll go over here, it's a better example of this. And the reason why is we want that waterproofing to come on up and through. If you cut that right there, water may gather on this footer down here. We've had this issue before, run down, and it gives us an access into the wall. So what we'll do when we go to pour the wall is we'll cut this up about 1.5 inches, expose that concrete, and then we'll have the rebar actually tie the poured wall in. It's not the end of the world if you go the other route, but you just kind of open yourself up to a possible location for a leak. So that's why we go about doing that. I think what we're going to do on this is kind of a little bit of an experiment. It's a new technique for us. First off, the footer float, or the footer tamp, was a huge success. It worked way better than we anticipated, but I think we're going to leave that a little bit rough right there and leave it with that actual finish on it. We know it's flat. That's all we care about, is making sure it's flat. It's got a little bit of texture to it. That's not going to hurt anything at all. It'll help that wall bond to it later. We do not stick rebar up on our stem walls. Rebar vertically coming down the footer is for a lateral force. We did do it on the basement because we have the lateral force of the dirt pushing on the wall, and Nundura recommends it if you got over 6 feet of backfill to do it every 4 feet. Up here, we do not have that lateral force. The only other possible lateral force would be from an earthquake, and we are not in a seismic zone that requires it where we're building, so that's why you don't see it there. Hopefully that made sense. So we're gonna wrap up a few things and call her. What's the verdict, Captain?
It looks good.
It did turn out good.
It looks not.
So we need your honest opinion on the prototype footer tamper.
Well, that's like I was telling you earlier. It works really well, and the most disappointing thing is that we've been pouring footers for 10 years, and we've just now started using this.
Yeah, I mean, visually you can just tell it did its job. That's the best way I know. I think we were both pleasantly surprised how well it works, but it pains you to say how well it works.
You're right so often. I really get pleasure when you're wrong.
Not
Today, I guess. Not today.
All right, well, footers are poured. We've had enough concrete. Actually, we had plenty of concrete for a change. We're gonna let this cure out a little bit. I think I'm gonna hop on the dozer, polish up some ruts so we're not tripping over those, and we got some rain moving in. We don't want them to hold water. Take some lunch. Not for sure how the day's going to finish out yet, but that's a wrap for now. Alright guys, this is what the job site looked like at the end of the day. As you can tell, we got everything cleaned up, all the ruts pushed shut, all the ditches reopened. This was actually on a Friday, expecting a little bit of rain on Saturday, so just trying to get everything cleaned up so she's good to go for the weekend. Footers are curing out nice. We'll be back Monday to start stacking stem walls. We still got to get a septic in next week, and we will about have this job wrapped up. So as always guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and we shall catch you guys on the next one.
You're just not in the mood to make videos.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Our cycles aren't the same though, are they? Like
No.
you're in the mood now.
Like I'm ready to roll, and you're definitely not ready
I
to
already
roll.
said cycle
Which,
on video.
which makes it more fun whenever I shove a camera in your
yeah.
face.
Oh, yeah.
All right, you ready?
I'm ready.